Alrighty. We are live. I'll send you the link for that.
Uh-huh. And what I'll do is I'll jump on Connected Community Schools YouTube page because we do have a YouTube, right, running.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like this one right here, and that's live right now. Cool. So I'm gonna post that up too. All right. We'll give it a couple more seconds here and see if anyone else joins in. All right. Cool, cool.
Okay, I gotta run back and keep working this pantry. It's a busy world over here today.
Right.
But you guys have fun. The Schneeman girls, I hope you guys enjoy this. Maybe you and Mr. Wheel can have a magic competition at the end of all this and see if you've they have their magic bag with them. That's awesome.
Perfect.
All right, guys, I'll hop off. Have fun, okay?
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you in a bit. All right. Hi, girls. How you doing today? So you guys have a magic bag. So what kind of stuff do you have in your magic bag?
A bunch of cards and just stuff for magic tricks.
Oh, perfect. And we have SW joined in. Good morning. All right, cool. So you have some cards. And is it a magic bag from community schools or is it one that you put together yourself?
It's one I put together myself.
Ooh, look at that. So we could talk about that because I was going to talk about, I was going to do some tricks. I was going to teach some tricks, but I want to talk about some other things with magic to get people more interested in magic. Oh, that is adorable. Is it a backpack?
Yeah.
So you can carry it right on your back. That is awesome. Now, so when I started doing magic, I was much older than you guys were. So you have an early start. You have a head start on me. And when I started doing magic, here, let me jump over here. When I started doing magic, I wasn't sure what kind of magic I liked. I knew I liked card magic. I knew I liked, magic using objects that I could borrow. Like I like doing stuff with like money or keys or, rings. And there was a point where I would walk around when I went to college, I would walk around campus and I had a backpack on and it was filled with all these different tricks, all these different trick decks, all these different fun things, right? And I never, and over time I figured out kind of what I like to do and what I like to have. So I've been able to pare that down and I have a couple different bags. So this is one of my bags that I use. So when I walk around and do magic for like, if I'm at like a park or if I'm at like some kind of event where I'm just walking around in a big area and it's maybe outside and it might be like more casual. So I might be wearing like t-shirts and a t-shirt and a jean. I might carry this. This is a laptop bag and I have my name on it, my contact information. I have a little thing of hand sanitizer hanging off of here, just, to keep my hands smelling nice and clean. And then inside I can keep whatever I want. So if I need a deck of cards, I have a deck of cards. If I want to do tricks with rings, I have tricks with rings. I have tricks with money. I have things all ready and set to go. So I carry this around with me. This just goes over my back and I can just like put my arm in it and grab whatever I need. If I am in a more formal situation where I might be dressed up, I might be wearing, or I might be carrying, I might bring something like this with me to the event. And this is it's a camera bag here. Let me pop it down here so you guys can see. And in here, I don't have a whole lot in here because I haven't used it yet, but I might have a couple tricks in here, deck of cards, some coins, and I can put everything. Like, so if I needed rope, I can put it all right in here, right? If I wanted to take maybe a cup, like a lighter, if I wanted to take my keys, I can put them in there and then keep it nice and easy to carry in and carry out. But usually if I'm dressed up, I'm going to be wearing a suit or something that has more pockets in it. So I'll be able to carry around more, but I can always have this kind of on the side, right? There's another case that I use. I have a lot of cases, okay, which is fun. Here, I'll show you a cool trick though while we're here, right? Let's see here. Check. This is kind of cool. So we'll get a thing like this, okay? And so we have a card, and what we'll do is we'll just take the Sharpie. We'll get a little closer here. We'll rub it like here right in the middle, and we can actually have it melt right through. See how it melts right through like that? And then you can actually move it around. Look how you can move it around to the other side here. See? Do you see that? It actually moves through the card. Okay. And if I want, I can just bring it over here. And pretty cool, right? So I can carry this with me and just keep it in here, and I have tricks ready to go. I have another cool bag, which is this one. This is a little bigger, okay? This one, if you look up, I'll show you up in this one. This is a little bigger. This is actually a 31 bag, so if your mom and dad or whoever likes 31, but this is an art bag that they have. And what I can do is I have my name on here, and I'll usually bring this with me to, like, if I'm doing what's called a parlor show. So a parlor show is if it's like a little bigger than a walk around show, close-up show, a little smaller than a stage show. So like maybe if I'm doing magic at like a coffee house, or if I'm doing magic in someone's living room, I can bring this. And I put this on like a little stool, and in the back, this opens up like this, right? And it has little pockets, and each pocket, and it has a big pocket here, I can put tricks in. So let's say this is my first trick. So my first trick is here, right? That goes there. My second trick would be here, and my third trick would be here. And then there's also a lot of room in here for like other things, like if I wanted to do a trick with Rubik's cubes, or if I wanted to do something with like a little magic 8-ball, you know, I can keep everything in here, and this is easy to bring around, right? So a lot of magicians have a lot of different bags. And then I have one more, which is a big box, which I'm not gonna take out just because it's very big and it won't fit on here. And that is for my stage show, okay? That one is what I bring if I'm doing a bigger show and I need more things, okay? So that's pretty cool that you have your own magic bag. You are halfway there, right? Cool. So here, well, let's do another trick. This one, let me. All right. Let me just get I'm gonna get that ready. Check this out. So we'll come down here, and we're gonna do a trick with a dollar bill, okay? So if you get a dollar bill, you just take the corner like this, and we'll just tear it. See how we can tear the corner off, so we have a bill like that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rub the corner like this, like that, and have it vanish. See how the card, the corner of the dollar bill vanishes? But here's the cool thing, it doesn't go very far, okay? Because if I take my phone and I turn the light on, and I take the bill and I put it in front of the light, you'll actually see there's a little silhouette. Do you see that? A little silhouette right through there. Here, let me turn off one of my lights over here. And then this might make it a little easier to see. Okay, if I turn off the light here, I take the bill, you can actually see. If you look through, do you see that? There's like a little outline. And if you look, that's actually inside the bill. And if you look even closer, what you can do is you can see that it is, let me just line this up like this. You can actually line it up with that piece and see that it is the same exact piece. Do you see that? That is pretty cool. And you could take this and check it out. It's actually inside. You might be able to see, look at that. Do you see it right there? There's that little corner piece. That is really weird. And that is a cool trick you can try with a dollar bill. Now, in the past couple of weeks, we did a couple different tricks, right? Were you guys able to watch the first week of tricks that we did? We did one, the first week was, the one with the Q-tip. Did you guys see that one? Saw the Q-tip trick. Okay, so we have a couple. Let's see. All right, so jump on YouTube here. Oh, hi. So we have on YouTube, we have Drew hanging out. All right, and if Drew wants, he can jump on Zoom too, and we're doing some video stuff back and forth. So let's try a cool trick. We'll do a card trick. How about that? Does that sound good? We'll do a card trick, and I'm gonna need one other thing. And I think I put it in my box over here. So let me get this box back out. All right. So we'll jump down here again. Check this out. We have a whole bunch of cards here. Okay. And let's see. We have S going through cups trick. Oh, is that the one like the cups with the balls? Yeah. All right. So we have let's see, Sarah, let's do this. So we have some cards here. Name a card. I'll have you name a card. And so she'll do this right on Zoom here. Let's see. 7 of spades. Okay, check this out. So you named the 7 of spades. Okay. Now here's the thing. We're going to use the 7 of spades, but on top of the deck, we have a queen of hearts. Okay, we have a queen of hearts on the top of the deck. So let's do this. I'm going to take the queen of hearts, and we are going to take this lighter, and we're just going to make a little flame like this. If I hold the queen of hearts over the flame like this, I want you to think about your card. 7 of hearts. Think it in your head. 7 of hearts, 7 of hearts, 7 of hearts. Ooh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Look. And you'll actually see, if I turn it over, that now you can see actually the flames burnt right on the card. The 7. Oh, you said 7 of spades. Look at that. See, I was wrong and you were right. What? 7 of spades. Now, here's the thing. It's on the back of the queen of hearts, which is weird because if you have a queen of hearts and you have a 7 spades on that back, that doesn't make sense. So if I take it like this and try to heat up the front a little bit, like this, look, 7 of spades, 7 of spades. That now you actually see the flame burnt right on the card. That it turns into 7 of spades. 7. Look at that. I was wrong. You were right. All right, check that out. That is pretty neat, right, guys? All right, let me jump on here. Here, I'll spotlight my video right here just so everyone can see. So we got Drew jumped on, Dan that with Drew from YouTube to here. How you doing? I had to mute your video just because you had the live stream going. So it had some echo. Hope you don't mind. But look at that, the 7 of spades. What? That's a hot one. Get hot because it's hot. Okay, okay, that's a bad joke. All right, cool. So this week, what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about a card trick, because in the past, we've done stuff with Q-tips. We've done stuff with rubber bands. We did a trick with a dollar bill, and we also did the vanishing salt shaker trick. So now I want to talk about card tricks, because I like to do card tricks, and card tricks are really nice because of the fact that they're easy to carry. You can carry these around, and it's technically 52 different objects, right? 52 different objects, right? So let's try this. I'm going to make a prediction here. So I have another deck of cards just because I have so many decks of cards going around. And I'll make a prediction here, okay? And this is what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you a really cool move, okay? And let's see if Drew's here. Drew, I'm gonna unmute your mic for a second, Drew, just so I can hear you. Let's try this. I'm gonna make a prediction here. All right, hold on. You're gonna have to turn off that YouTube stream, I think, because I can hear it. So you do that, and then you'll unmute you, and I'm gonna try this, okay? So let me know when you're ready. As soon as Drew is ready, we will start. We'll see if Drew will unmute. What I'm basically gonna do is I'm going to just dribble down the cards like this, and I want Drew to say stop, okay? So whenever Drew is ready on Zoom, we'll have him go. Drew, I can't hear you. Drew, I can't hear you. If I can't hear you, I can't have you help me. I might have to see if—
Yes, I'm here.
There
now.
you are.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're back. Drew, hi. So Drew, I'm just gonna go like this. and I want you to say stop, okay?
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Right there. And we're going to cut the deck there, and we're going to put the cards on kind of at a funny angle. Now, here's the thing. I took a card out from the beginning, right? And no one here knows what it is. I'll show you for the first time. It's the 3 of spades. Now, what's crazy is you said stop anywhere you want, and we stopped right here, right on the 3 of spades. Look at that. See how those both match? Now, so what I'm going to teach you, this is called, it's a force, okay? What that means is I actually had Drew stop at that card, and I made him pick that card even though he might have not wanted it. Now, I know Drew likes magic. I've been talking to Drew a little bit, and he knows how to do this. So he can probably just take out a deck of cards and practice while I go through it. But for you guys, we're going to go through that for the people who are on, anyone on YouTube and anyone who joins us in on the Zoom chat. So what a force is, it's basically getting you to pick a card that I want you to pick. And this is very helpful in Magic because it allows me to set things up ahead of time. So for example, I could take like the 3 of spades and I can put it in my pocket. I could draw it on my arm. I could draw it on a piece of paper. I could put it anywhere I want. I can put it on a billboard in the middle of Times Square and it says, did you pick the 3 of spades? And what I can do is I can have them pick a card and pick the 3 of spades, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I force this card, and I'm gonna use this card, I'm gonna put it on the deck. So now there's a whole red deck with this card, and I'm actually gonna take out the other 3 of spades so we don't get confused here. So that is, right, did I already take it out? No, I think I lost it, there it is. So I'll just take that out and get rid of that for the time being, okay? So this is what a force looks like. And the Crisscross Force is, again, it's a very old card move from Expert Card Technique back in like 1947. It was written in there. And it's just a move to have someone pick a card. So this is what happened. Now, it's a little bit weird when I explain it because you're like, how does that even work? Like, how would that even work? It doesn't make sense, but it does. So what you can do is, since I'm on Zoom, it's a little bit different, but if you're with someone in real life, you would do this, have them do it. So what I have is I have the 3 of spades on top. Now I'm gonna dribble the cards and have someone say stop. So they say stop here. I cut the deck, and what I do is I take the top of the cards and I put it kind of at a weird angle, I say, like that. So now I cut the cards and put it at a weird angle, like this. What you need now is something called time misdirection. So I'm going to say, okay, now before the trick began, I had a card or I had a piece of paper and I wrote something and I put it in my wallet. I'm going to show it to you now. And you take it out and you take out the, like the 3 of spades. And you say, look, I had the 3 of spades in my pocket. And you could have said stop at any time. You could have cut anywhere you wanted, but you cut right here. And that's the 3 of spades. So what I'm doing is I'm not really cutting the deck, but I'm kind of cutting the deck and then putting a fake cut in here. What I'm trying to make it look like is I'm trying to make it look like they just lifted the card anywhere and in the middle, right? But because of the misdirection, they're going to remember that they cut the deck. They remember they cut the deck to any card, but what they're doing is they're just cutting that top card into the middle and then marking the middle, okay? You guys following along? Does that make sense? Yeah, so what did AT, did you guys know this? Did you guys know this move or no? No, so this is a really helpful move. So it seems like it wouldn't work, but it does, because in their head, they're creating a story of what they did. Now, there's another way to do this. And what you can do is it would look kind of like this. So let's say I wanted the 3 of spades. You can also do it from the bottom, okay? If you want the card on the bottom. It really depends on what your preference. So what I would usually do is say, okay, I want you to follow along with me. I want you to do this. I want you to cut the deck like that, and then put the cards on kind of at a weird angle like that. That's what I want you to do, okay? So here, you do that. And you give that to them, and they're gonna follow and do exactly what you do. And as they do that, I can say, now you look at the card you cut to, and it's the 3 of spades, which was on the bottom. So usually when you do the Crisscross Force, you want the person to pick the card. You want them to cut the card so they can cut to that card. So it either requires you to see what the bottom card is without letting anyone else know, or getting the card on the top and knowing what that card is. So if I was going to start the trick and I wanted the 3 of spades, I would either go through the deck, and I would cut the 3 of spades to the top, right? Or I would already come out with the deck ready with the 3 of spades, okay? Now, since we're talking about forcing a card, there's a lot of different ways to force a card, okay? And there's a lot of books out there. And in this book, let me see, I think there's a force in here. This was actually the first magic book that I ever got. They don't make this anymore, I don't think. It's called the Klutz Book of Magic. And my grandma got me this when I was about 4, and she gave it to me, said, learn all the magic you can. And I said, thanks, Grandma, I'm 4, I don't really know how to read. But inside the book had a lot of pictures. Look, it has like a funny little dog just chilling out, right? And we have different, some of them are stunts, some of them are pictures. It talks about how to magic. It gives you some rules. It gives you some first tricks to do, right? And this was the first trick my grandma showed me, was this one, which is linking paper clips. Maybe I'll do that next week. But if you go all the way down to page, let me see, all the way to page 70, there's a force that's called the flip and flop force, or we call it the flip flop force, or we call it the magicians also call it the cut deeper force. Okay, so it kind of works the same way. What you're going to do is, let's say I want you to pick the 3 of spades. I'm going to say I want you to cut the deck like this a little bit, and I want you to turn those cards over and drop them back on top. And then I want you to cut more cards, so cut even deeper in the deck and turn those ones over and drop them. Now, I don't want you to look at this card because I see this card, and I don't want you to look at any of the face-up cards because I can see all those. I want you to look at the first face-down card that's all the way down in the middle of the deck that you cut to, and that card is the 3 of spades. So if you guys have a deck of cards, I want you to follow along with this one because this one's fun, and I like this one a lot because it adds even more layers to the trick. So if you guys have a deck of cards, you can take it out now, and if you go through the deck, just take out the 3 of spades and put it on top of the deck. And as you do that, I will give you a couple seconds. I'll do a couple shuffles, do a couple cuts like that. Okay. All right. So the idea here, and again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out this card so you can see what happens, is you're telling them what to do, and what you tell them is all they need to do the force. You're not even, there's no special moves. They're doing everything. All you need is that card that you want to force on the top of the deck. So you say, cut a couple cards, maybe like 10 cards or so, and pick them up and then turn them over and put them back on the deck. So they pick up the cards, turn them over, drop them on the deck. Then I want you to cut more cards, so more than 10 cards, and then flip them over and put them on the deck. Okay, and now the move is done. The trick is, the force is done. All you have to then say is, I don't want you to pick any of these face-up cards because I could see them. I want you to pick that first face-down card, and that first face-down card is going to be your force card. So now that you can force a card, what can you do? Well, I gave you a few examples. You can have the card put to the side. You can have the card put somewhere else. You can also do this just to read someone's mind, right? And I think that's what they might do. What did they, let me see what they use for in this book. They might do it as like a mind reading. Yep. Okay. They use it as a mind reading, but they also use it as something called spook writing. And they also use it for a trick called the fruit card trick, okay? So what I'll do is I'll talk you through the fruit card trick because it's basically what it is. It's the same thing where you would have a second card, and you would want the same exact card. So you wouldn't want a card from a different deck. You wouldn't want like a blue card. You would want to use a red card and another red card. So if you go to the store, you can buy 2 decks, and that will give you duplicates of all those cards. So what you do is you would take the duplicate and you would roll it up really tight, right? So you'd roll it up. Let me see if I have a little duplicate here. What you do is you just roll it up super tight, and you would put it secretly into something. And in their case, it's like a fruit. I know this is a little bit different, but you'll get the idea. So what you can do is you can take this and roll it up, and you can roll it up like this. You see how you kind of roll it and fold it really, 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 really tight as you can, like that. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your parents get like a popular one is a lemon or an orange. You can also use an apple. Really, any fruit would work that's, you know, kind of round is nice. You can also put it in bread if you want. If you have some bread, like a roll, like if you're at dinner for like Thanksgiving, you could take your roll and stick a card, just stick it in there, right? So you stick the card in the bread roll, right? So for this case, do I have any fruit down here? I don't think I have any fruit. But you can really use anything, right? So I could take it and put it, you know, like under in a little flower pot, right? I can put this in a little flower pot and just turn this over. So I have a little flower pot here. So then what you would do is you would do that force. So you'd say, check this out. I want to show you something. I want to show you a cool trick, a miracle, right? You say, cut some cards, turn them over, cut deeper, turn them over. Go down and look at that first face down card and take it out and look at it. Now, here's the thing. For this trick, since you're having the card vanish from here and going somewhere else, you can look at the card, but you don't need to. But I'll tell you why I would look at the card, because there's a lot you can do. You look at the card and you say, check this out. We're going to take the card and we're going to cut it into the deck like this and make it vanish. When I snap my fingers, look, if you go through the deck, you'll see, if we get to the middle of the deck here, you'll see that the 3 of spades, there's the 3 of clubs, but the 3 of spades is gone. It's gone. Crazy, it's gone. And look, it travels. Whoop. Look, there's a little card underneath here, and you unroll that card, and that would be the other 3 of spades. So what I did there was another little move, and I'll teach you this really quickly, is if I know what the card is and it's on top, this is the move. Look, I'll do it in super slow motion. And what it's supposed to look like is I put the card into the middle of the deck like that, right? So it'll be in the middle of the deck. But what I actually do is when I peel that card off, I'm actually putting, oh, there's that 7 of spades again. What I actually do is instead of peeling that card, I put my card finger and I let it glide over the top as I take these fingers and I pull here. So I go like this and I actually pull the bottom card out. But when you do it fast, it looks like this. So you say the 3 of spades like that. Okay, now this gets into card holding. So what I'm doing is I'm holding the cards like this with my 1, 2, 3, my pinky, my ring, and my middle finger on the side, my pointer finger in the front, and my thumb along this side. This is called a mechanic's grip. This is called a Bittle Grip. Don't ask me to explain why it's called a Bittle Grip, but it is. It's a Bittle different. That's why, a Bittle different. So with this grip, you're holding the thumb on the back edge. I usually hold my middle and ring finger in the front. My pinky kind of just hangs out. What's up? How you doing? Hi. And this finger kind of sits on the top a little bit, right? So when I hold the cards like this, I can lift up some cards by adjusting how high my fingers are. So if I want to pick up all the cards, I put my fingers to the bottom. If I want to pick up half the cards, I move my fingers up. If I want to pick up one card, I just lightly pick up one card. But this is a very good use of moving the cards around, okay? These are very efficient, it's called. So I have the 3 on the top. And what I do is I pick up half the deck with the Bittle Grip. And that allows me to put my thumb here, but I don't apply pressure there. I just pretend, I just lightly go over it. When I go like this, I put my fingers here and I put pressure down here, boom. And that will switch the card. So when I do that, I can say, check this out. Look, the 3 of spades goes into the middle of the deck like that, snap, and I can just spread through the cards to the middle and they'll see that card is gone, right? I don't even have to go all the way to the top. If I go all the way to the top, they'll see it. So I stop just partway there because I don't need to show all the cards, because what's happening next with the card vanishing, their card that they picked vanishes and ends up anywhere I want, in a fruit, in a roll, in a banana. It doesn't matter. When you're putting it in a fruit, you just take a little knife and you just cut a little hole in the bottom and push it in there, right? So you have it vanish, boom, oh, it's under here. And they open, and you let them open it up. They unroll it, and it's going to be the card that they picked. So this is just a devastating trick. Super fun. I do variations of this. There's different ways of doing this trick all the time. So that is kind of the tricks of the day. I want to show you another cool book that I have. And this is an old, look at this. It's a hardcover book, right? So that means it's usually costs a little bit more. However, and it was printed in where's the date on here? 1975. So this is quite old, 1975. It's an older book. It's the Lewis Tannen. So Lewis Tannen Magic Catalog. This is an old magic catalog. You know those catalogs your parents might get in the mail, like the little plastic ones, like the little papery one, and it rips. This was a catalog for magic, and they would send this out. And this was like when they used to have a catalog called Sears catalogs. Those were like the catalogs. This was like the magic catalog. And this is really cool because what you can do is you can look through it, and it basically will tell you all the different tricks that they're selling. Now, if you want to check out Tannen's Magic Shop, it's still around. It's located in New York City. And in Tannen's Magic Shop, it's an old shop. It's at the top of this building. It's very kind of like, if you don't know where it is, you'll never find it. But you go to Tannen's Magic Shop, and they have tricks and decks and everything and books all over the shelves. But these are pretty funny. There's some funny tricks in here. There's one, it's the silken egg, it's called. It's a silken egg. Look at that. Back when people would use silks, like handkerchief silks, and they turn it into an egg. You can buy that trick, and they probably still have it. They have, let's see, it's tricks with cassettes. You guys know what a cassette is? you might not, a tape cassette, but this is an old thing, and it's really fun. I like to go through these old magazines and these old catalogs and old tricks, and you read them. Like here's one where what's this one? Looks familiar. It's a color changing plume. So this is a way to take a feather and change the feather in a little tube, and you change it to different colors. So here's one where you put a fire torch through your arm. Look how cool that is, right? And so what I like to do is I like to look through these, and I like to read through the magazine and kind of get ideas sometimes. Sometimes I'll get ideas and I'll say, oh, that would be cool if I did it. Maybe not with silks. Maybe I did it with something like cell phones. Maybe you can do the same trick with something new, right? And this is how magic is kind of created, is they take old ideas that are around and they apply them to new situations, right? I'll show you another trick here. This one is a cool way to, here it is. It's a cool way to get somebody's information. So if I want to get someone's phone number, or if I need to tell someone, oh, hey, I'm a magician, here's my number, you can book me and do a magic show for you. This is a cool way to do it. So we'll say you just need a playing card. And what we're gonna do is I would write my information on one side of the card, okay? So it would be Chris. And then let's see, AT, how about this? Give me a 3-digit number, and I'll write it up here. And this will be like, let's say it's their contact number. So if I needed a phone number to call someone or an email, I can have them write it. So they're gonna say, AT's typing away, give me a good 3-digit number, 578. So 578, okay? So this is how this would look. I would write my information on both. I write information on both sides. So this is your information, 578, and this is my name, Chris. And what I'll do is I'll just fold the card in half like this, okay? Oh, this is cool. You're not gonna wanna look away from this because it happens super fast. And this is how I like to get people's information, okay? Now, it's just a trade. It's a trade-off, so it's fair, okay? I just tear it in half. Okay, so now we have my name and we have your number, right? So far, so good? My name, your number. So this is what I'm gonna do. I would have you hold on to your number, okay? So here's your number. Here's my name. I'm gonna put this right over here so you can see it. Do you see it over here, way over here? Check this out. All I have to do is I have to take my name and make it vanish and switch places with yours. Watch, this is what it looks like. If I go like this, it vanishes. And if I go like this, it comes back, look. And now I have your number. Did you see me go near that? Look, because over here now is my name. So that's how the information can switch. Pretty cool, right? So now I would have the number to call you at, you would have my number to call me at, and that's how you would network. Or if I wanted to get more jobs, right? Or if you needed a friend, like if you had met a new friend, right? So if you go and you're like at the park, or if you're like hanging out and you're like, oh, a new friend, oh, do you have a phone number? It's like, here, let me show you something. And what you can do is you could take out your card and you can do that kind of trick, okay? This trick is actually called, and if you're interested in learning this trick, magicians, it is called contact. Okay, and you can find this online. If you type in contact magic trick, you will find it. And that is, that's that. So that's a cool trick, right? I'll put that over there. All right. So everyone is good. Everyone is so good. I'm pumped. This is great. Let's try something here. This is definitely more of a skill thing. And we'll try to get this. I'm gonna do a trick with some cards here. And what I'd want you to do, let's see, we're gonna see if we can find some cards. We'll find aces, since those are very popular. So let's have Sarah start. Sarah hasn't helped us out for a while, if Sarah's still there. Sarah, I want you to write clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds, okay? Clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. She's gonna write that into the chat, clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. And then AT, we're gonna have you think of one as well, and we're gonna have Drew think of one as well, okay? Clubs, so check this out. We'll take the cards like this, we'll give it a little shuffle like this, and if I give it a cut right there, I can cut right to the clubs. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see, AT, which one do you want next? We have hearts, spades, and diamonds. Hearts, spades, and diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds. There we go. Go like this, give it a shuffle, and cut. Oop, hold on a second. Ah. Oh, so close. I tried to cut it there. I was off by one. Ah, it's all right. Magic happens. And then we have the last one. So we have hearts or spades. Drew, hearts or spades? Drew's the last one. Hearts. So we'll go like this. We'll give it a cut. And we'll try to cut. You said hearts. Yep, yep, yep. There we go, right to the hearts. Okay. And then we have one last one to do. So we'll see if we can do this without, what's the last one? Spades. Take my finger like this, right to the spades. Wah! And that's a quick way to find those cards, right? There's other ways to do it as well. That's just one way. And again, like magic, there's different ways to do all these tricks, right? So if I wanted to cut again like that, I can do it quicker, okay? So I would do it like this. It would look a little bit something like this. Here we go. This, and I could just take the cards and just tap like that, okay? So there's one card, okay? So it's spades here, right? There's, if I had one more, or if I had one less, it wouldn't have worked, okay? So let's do this again. And we'll take it and we'll dribble it like that. Just tap it right down. Boom, right there to the next one. Okay, and if it was one more, one less, it wouldn't have been an ace. It would have been a jack or something. which I don't really want. So let's see if we can do this again, okay? We will take it, give it a cut here. That. Oh, I was off by one here. Hold on a second. Okay, let me try that again. Do a shuffle real quick. And we will that. There's the next one. Okay. And again, if it was one more, one less, it wouldn't have worked. And then the last one, we'll try this. We'll see if we can just cut like this and just cut right to the ace. See, same trick, different way of doing it, right? Same trick, different way of doing it. We can also do this. We can say we'll take the ace like this. We'll put it in the middle. So we'll take the ace. Okay, put it in the middle there. We'll take the next ace, put it in the middle there, middle there, middle there. Look at that. So we have all the aces. Boom, 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 like that. And we'll give it a shuffle like that. One. And then if we were playing like a card game like Crazy Eights, let's say I wanted to get the ace, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that and deal myself an ace. Okay, this will take longer to do. So if I just like that, you can actually boom. What? They got all the aces again. See, it's the same trick, finding aces, and you can do it 1,000 different ways, and they're all a little bit different, but they're still surprising. So that's again, that's not using the force, but it's using something similar to that, right? So if let's say I had the aces all on top of the deck, you can say, oh, let's try this. Cut some cards, cut deeper. And look, where you cut, you actually cut to the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Look at that. Now that's a good trick too. So you guys can implement that. You see how that force can really be used in a lot of different ways. So it's something that's going to be useful in the future, right? All right. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to put this up here real quick. I have a piece of paper, and I'm going to write something on it. And I also have a little envelope, okay? Little flap envelope here. And you can see, okay? No other paper in there. Let me put this on, yeah, we'll do, okay, so a little paper. I'm going to write something on here. It's going to be kind of funny. Check this out. Okay, I'm going to fold it up. Okay. And then I'm going to, who we have? We have AT and we have Drew and SW. So I'm going to say AT here. I'm going to put Drew on the back and SW. So we have, okay, so this is going to be our little prediction, okay? And I'll fold it up one more time just so it's a little bit smaller here. Okay, so it fits in nice and easy, okay? Good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to tape it right up here so you know that I'm not doing anything silly with it, okay? I'm going to sit over here. So I did a show, okay? I did one of my first shows yesterday for people, okay? For actual people. And I have a trick in there. If you've seen my show, I do a trick that uses an animal. It uses a balloon animal, okay? And I think I actually did it last week, I think. So it was funny because I would usually say name any animal. I think last week it was an elephant maybe, or is something, I think it was an elephant we had last week. So I had them name an animal, and it was, when I asked them what the animal was, it was such a strange animal to me, because I'm like, who would have named that animal, right? It was kind of a weird animal. So I was wondering if there was a way that, because I never thought about that, using strange animals. Like I always think it would be like a dog, cat, maybe an elephant. But this person had like kind of a weird one, let's see. Let's say Drew. I want you to name an animal, a weird animal. So not like a dog or a cat or like a common pet. Probably not one that like Old MacDonald had. So here's the thing about Old MacDonald. He had a farm, right? Old MacDonald had a farm. So that means he doesn't have one anymore. He had a cow, now he doesn't. So it's all past tense. Oh, you do balloon animals too? Do you have a favorite animal that you like to do? Let's see, what does Drew say? What's Drew's animal he's gonna put down? I think he's Google searching weird animals. A wombat. That's a weird one. The one I had yesterday was like a paramecium. It wasn't even like an animal. It was more like a worm, I think. So wombat. What kind of animal do you like to do? You like to make? A tiger. That's a good one. I used to make cats. I used to make a cat one. That was the hardest one I ever did. It was a cat one. But wombat. Mini purse dogs are a favorite because they're fast and easy. Yeah, I do. I do a little dog usually. I had a monkey. I had what else did I had? I had a bear. I kind of learned a whole bunch. But anyway, back to what we were doing, right? We had our envelope over here, and you named a weird animal. You named a really weird animal. That was like the wombat. I don't think I've ever had anyone name a wombat. Okay, but check this out. So we have in here. We'll just open this up. Take out our envelope. Okay, check this out. All right. All right, no other pieces of paper. A lot of people think that I have more pieces of paper in here. A lot of people think I switch it out, but I don't, because look, we have A, T, and then we have Drew and SW on here. And what did Drew write? He said wombat, because it's funny because I think I'm getting a little good at this, and I would have actually figured that you would have named a wombat. That's crazy. Maybe it's not as crazy as you thought this animal was. Wombats are actually really cool. Where do they live? They live in Australia, right? Pretty cool. All right, guys. So this week, what we've learned about forcing cards. This is going to be important, I think, for next week, because I'm going to teach you kind of a cool thing that you can do, a cool reveal. I'm going to teach you some cool ways to reveal cards. So that'll be next week. So I'm super excited. If you guys have any ideas of what magic you would like to learn, let them know on the community schools web Facebook page. You can type underneath, I like to learn a trick about this. I like to learn a trick about that. I might want to learn about resources of where to learn new magic. And I'll do my best to help you guys out. And but until then, thanks for joining us again, everyone. It was nice to see some new faces here. And we will be back next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Okay? All right, girls. All right, boys. All right, SW. All right, guys. You had to do a whole report on them, Drew says. Awesome. All right. So just let me know what kind of magic you might want to learn. If you think of it now, just type it in. And if not, I'll check the page, okay? But there's a lot of cool magic. And you know what? I think next week, since we're having some people learn some magic and do some stuff, I would like to see you guys perform a couple of the tricks that we have been doing, okay? Or if you have a special trick that you want to show, I'd be more than happy to watch and check it out, and maybe even be featured on some YouTube. All right, guys? So it's real awesome. One last thing. Where's the camera? Up here like this? Oh, it's over here. I'm doing the face camera here. Like that. We have the Queen of Spades. Change it into the 4 of Diamonds. That was cool. Okay, maybe I'll teach you guys that next week. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you in a week.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Chris. Bye.
Hey, bye, Drew. Have fun blueberry picking.
Thank
Bye,
you.
SW. Thumbs up from SW. We'll talk to you guys later.